On this episode of Mad Ginger Custom, it's just going to be two buddies hanging out. And one buddy has a Hyundai Tucson with rotted out exhaust, and he brought all of it. Are we going to get these bolts out of the manifolds? Are we going to be drilling things out? And are we going to be having to plasma cut and weld? I'm not really sure. Let's find out together. Let's go. You guys know Hector. If you watch our second channel where we do mountain biking, Hector was in some of the Powder Ridge mountain biking videos. And Hector says, hey, you know, my exhaust is leaking and the shop quoted me $6 million. And I said, why can't we do it ourselves? So Hector bought all the parts. So, you know, when your friends need help, you help them. Unless you're a piece of garbage. Help your friends. This is a 2008 Hyundai Tucson? Tucson? Tucson. Yeah, Tucson. It is a V6 flavor, which I didn't know they made that. It's got a Y pipe, but it's transverse, so it lines that way, and then it goes around a corner back. We're gonna try to take that apart. Yep.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
This is what? 13 years old? 28 carry the 4. Square root of 8. I don't. It's an older vehicle, but not as old as you guys are seeing me work on. But I think it'll be interesting to see, like, can we get it apart? Can we put it back together? And are we gonna need a plasma cutter and a welder and maybe a sawzall? Maybe. So we're gonna bring this hog as high up as we can. I was gonna use the Vevor lifts, the Vevor jacks, but we want to be able to work from the side, and those things are not conducive for that. So we're just gonna throw her on jack stands and put her basically into the rafters here. And we'll show you what we're working with, because I've never seen this and I'm not sure how bad it is. All right, we just pulled the front tray out of this thing. For some reason, Hector had some tech screws in there he did not install. He said this vehicle's had a questionable amount of past driver indiscretions, and we keep those secrets to ourselves. So as I'm jacking this up, I said, hey, why don't you move so I don't crush you? And he goes, I've had a car bounce on me before. What? Can you tell us that story?
Going back to questionable modifications.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
So I actually had at one point I had borrowed a set of jack stands from somebody, and the quality was somewhat questionable.
Oh, so Harbor Freight.
China.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they were. There's no. So I don't know. I remember watching a video or something too. Somebody was saying that I guess there's like some kind of like an issue with them if they get tapped.
They had a recall.
Yep.
For 2 reasons.
Allegedly.
One of them, the frames actually split where the weld was, and they'd fold open. And the other one, if you tapped them because they didn't have a complete engagement, they would go all the way down.
So that's basically what happened. That was the issue.
Okay. Do I have a lawyer watching this? Can we get Hector some compensation for this?
So luckily it was under here, so it wasn't so bad, and it wasn't super high.
Right.
So it basically, I kind of heard a noise, and I look over, and I'm like, what's that? And as I turned my head, it went, and it bounced. And it...
Oh, because it actually landed into the suspension.
Yes. So it didn't crush me, but it bounced. I'm like, well, that could have hurt.
All right, we're going to get this thing on jack stands, and they're going to be big, hefty jack stands, not the little 6-tonners I have, because I don't want either of us to die. Or no, 3 tons? 8 tons? I don't know. There's some kind of tons where these are bigger than the smaller tons. Okay. This is already going swell. So we jacked it up, holding jacks on the pinch seam so we can kind of get in there. And Hector goes, let it down. I'm like, it is down. And he's like, no, let it down all the way. I'm like, it's down all the way. He's like, then why is it doing this?
Unacceptable condition!
Because it's a tripod. I mean, it is safe. Hector, push on it. It's safe, right? It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, this thing's solid. It's definitely not going
anywhere. I mean, so this one is optional. That just shows, if you guys have one of these things, the 50-50 weight distribution, because this is ultimately a race car. It's very similar to like an FRS or a Miata. It's really made for the track. So we're proving it right here. Look at. She is Bluetooth right now. We are going manifolds back on this because he bought all of it, because some of it's okay, but not most of it. Mostly flanges, right, Hector? Like the flange rotted, yeah. So my concern, obviously, like any of you, your first concern is going to be, are those bolts going to come out of the manifolds slash catapholds slash full race headers like this thing has. So we're going to hose them down with some little PB blast for that ass, and hopefully we can just get them apart. Hector did get all new hardware, and if we need hardware, we can just run the hardware store. Don't start with the easy stuff and then get to the hard stuff and decide, oh my God, I can't do my project. Always start with the hard stuff first. That's my suggestion to you. I hurt my back pretty bad snowboarding with my son last week. I'm just being very honest with you.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
I'm like hurting. So we're hoping this is going to go easy. So underneath here, Hector brought his own lights because mine suck. This is where we're at. So this is the front flange, and then it has a rear flange because it's 6-cylinder. It looks like one of them is a threaded flange and the other one has a bolt, like a nut and a bolt, like right there. So someone has replaced either this or maybe the cataphold. So if we can get these out and then get those back two out, honestly, the rest of it can come off with a Sawzall. We'll get, hi-ya! Like that. And then the only detriment at that point, if the exhaust is actually correct, like it's meaning the right angles, the right flange widths, you know, everything aftermarket, you kind of have to just hope and pray. Most of it is Chinesium and...
Let's say China. China. China.
You know, you do the best you can. So we're going to grab some impact action, see if the old earthquake is going to come to life for us at least one more time, and maybe these will come off. Hector's grabbing me tools over there.
I'm tool wench.
Because he's tool wench. I was like, give me this, give me that. I think it's 17. And I'm like, let's just try it and see how this thing came literally right out. I mean, literally right out, and it still has threads. Is this going to be easy for us, guys? You know how we do things. It's never easy. All the bolts came right out. I mean, this is kind of like the stud is rotted towards where Hector's finger is. This is the end that was sticking out. So we might have to go get a bolt. I'm afraid if I run this back in and we snug it, it's going to break. The other one is in there. I'm not sure I want to take it out. I think we might want to leave that one because it literally just came right off. Maybe we'll just hit it with some krill oil when we put it back together, and I think it'll be fine. But anyway, guys, I mean, it's still warm from being on the vehicle, but I mean, this is off, basically. So we're going to make our way that way, maybe with a Sawzall, and we're gonna gently massage the exhaust off. All right, guys, it looks like the exhaust just kind of drops right out the bottom of the car. So Hector and I were discussing, you know, we're not going to unbolt it, but we may cut it with a Sawzall. And then I had to break out this thing. I bought this when I did Jess's exhaust. This is a hanger removal tool. If you guys fight with exhaust hangers and then you're like, Dave, that's kind of a cheating way out. Trust me, it's not. I have had to cut hangers off, and then I'm like, I'll try something like this. And I had a buddy who was like a really good mechanic, and he had every tool, and he goes, Dave, these things are dirt cheap and they work great. So get yourself one of these if you're doing exhaust work. They cost nothing. I'll put a link to one in the description on Amazon. And this is going to save you so much headache and time that you just kind of hit them with the spritz, hit them with a little weasel piss. What? And then they come right off. So do this instead. Be smarter. Work smarter, not harder. I just showed Hector on this one. That's how easy it was. But you kind of just get them in there. I didn't even spray these down. And you basically put it behind it, and then you put it on the stud, and then you push, and that's it, guys. That's it right there. See, it came right off. So I don't know how much this was. Maybe it was like 20 bucks, but even if it's 50 bucks and it saves you time, we're gonna move down there underneath, and technically this should all fall right out, right? Don't you think?
Pretty much.
And then all we gotta do is bolt it together. Is this gonna be a quick day for me and not a 2-day video? Probably not. Maybe we can get lunch.
You're fatter in person.
Sounds good. We'll get lunch. This tool saved the day. Hector really likes it, and he said he's going to buy one too. So while we were under here, I said, "Well, that cross member is kind of rotted, but it's not bad." I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of beefy." And then I looked on. Don't look right there.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Just don't look in this area here. That's fine. We're going to pretend we didn't see it because this is not a long-term vehicle for Hector, and at least now it's not. Sorry, buddy.
Emotional and psychological damage.
You know what? There had to be a trade-off somewhere. Easy hardware, rotted frame.
I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Exactly. It is what it is.
So we're just going to yank this thing out, and we're going to bolt it back up, and hopefully it goes back together easily. Maybe it'll sound like a race car when we're done.
Possibly.
Probably not. All right, so that's the front pipe Hector got, and he's just telling me that this part is stainless steel, right?
Yep.
And then, but the rest of it was, you couldn't get it?
For some reason, same company. Nobody had it in aluminized. I mean, excuse me, nobody had it in stainless, so I just got the back half aluminized.
I mean, looking at your frame,
do I really care at this point?
I mean, we're on the same page. Fact. So we're gonna put this up first because the distances here, obviously this is jig made. You can tell they paid a mind to performance here by not restricting the port because, you know, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Hyundai uses this exact engine in their F1 car. I think that's the 6-cylinder they use.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
That got timing belts.
This motor, yeah, I believe this has a belt, not a chain.
How many miles do you have on this, sir?
Oh, it's been done.
Oh, okay.
No, I did.
I was gonna say, are we doing timing belts too?
Yeah, God, no. No, that was done about 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago.
Awesome. And that's when they said your exhaust is failing you. All right, but they didn't notice the rotted frame in the back. Or subframe. All right, we're gonna put this thing in, and hopefully this all lines up. Came with everything. Hector's got everything. He's got all the gaskets, and he got hangers. Even though the hangers on the car are surprisingly good.
Yeah, surprisingly.
And we're gonna try to just kind of bolt it from the front to the back because that's the hardest part first. Always do the hardest part first. This is what was included here, and Hector ordered parts, and I said, "Oh, well, you need 2, and then we need 1." I said, "How many gaskets do you have?" And he's like, "I have all the gaskets." Like, literally, you have every gasket known to man. So we're going to have extra, which we're going to save, because in case we ever have to do this again, because that frame's going to hold up just fine. Nope.
I don't think so.
Hi, and welcome to Aftermarket Exhaust Parts. So, we have an issue where got a little gap. Now, there is a flex here, so we may be able to pull it. Not really sure. We tried to do the front first and then do the back, and we couldn't get it remotely close because that's the harder flange to get to. So I'm gonna try to just give her, you know, give her all of it. And if it strips out, we'll just get longer bolts, and then we'll just give her harder, you know. So we're doing that. Problematic bolts are in the back, so we did the right thing and we let Hector do it himself. So when he breaks it off,
don't jinx me.
I'm not responsible. You might want to tighten them like the other side before you do that one all the way up. Hector, how tight is it?
Oh, it's tight.
2 tights broke. Just remember that.
No kidding.
All right. Is that it?
No, God!
Oh.
That's it. That was the elbow torque wrench.
The squeak of death. Was that your elbow or was that the bolt?
Oh, I don't know. It felt like it.
I mean, look, we're in. We're in. We sucked it up the gap here. This thing pulls and expands, and back where Hector is, he got that himself. So now we're going to build back, but guys, honestly, it's freezing. It is getting colder by the minute. Oh, I can't get off the floor because my back is ruined. My back is spinal.
Spinal.
We're going to run the heater for a bit, and we're going to warm it up in here just a smidge because it's chilly. That one and that one are running. We're running the diesel and the... Oh, it's all over my face. Hector, why didn't you tell me it's all over my face?
I wanted to be a surprise.
What's the clamp for? Wait, what's the clamp for?
The clamp? Oh, because it's for the little pipe coming off the muffler.
Oh.
Stock is welded on, but aftermarket is clamped.
You want to weld it on yourself?
No.
Oh, so we can. I'm saying we can weld it. This was pretty uneventful, guys. Sorry about the heater, but, you know, that's where we're at. Catalytic converter, everything bolted right up. That's aluminized all the way back. We're gonna hang that muffler. And you extras?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. Hector's got all the gaskets. So we're gonna bolt this up. It's so cold in here. Hector brought this morning. This is like an iced, like a frozen. What is this thing?
That is a French vanilla frozen coffee.
French vanilla frozen coffee. It is so cold in here. This has not changed state. It is that cold. We got just the diesel heater running because it's not as loud as the propane. And Hector noticed, you know, it's colder next to the door. So we got this little piece. The muffler comes in 2 pieces. So they give you this, you slide that in, they give you a clamp, and then you just bolt up the front. So what we did ahead of time, off camera, is we just hung the muffler. And then we'll have to kind of jockey it around so it's, ooh, I don't know.
It was always kind of touching that hitch.
Oh, I see. That's why you got the rubber there.
That's exactly, yeah.
Okay.
That's why that piece of silicone rubber's there.
Okay. We need to go that way, I think, too. Fired it up. Sound like she got a little burble tune to her, you know, that aftermarket, you know, crackle. Sounds good. She's got a little tappy in the front, but that's just the lifters, and you mind your business. Nothing's leaking. Sounds good. We're gonna run this thing long enough till we both feel like taking a nap. Maybe just curl up on this mat and, you know, call it a day. But we're gonna get this thing off the jack stands and get her outside and give her a listen. Guys, it wasn't bad. What time is it, Hector? Do you know?
It is officially 11:58.
11:58, so 12 o'clock, and we started at like 10 because we had cleaned up in here.
Yeah.
Or maybe about that. So maybe let's just say 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Now, this all cost Hector $500. All the parts, right? About $500?
Yeah, about $500.
And they quoted him like $1,200. So he's saving quite a bit of money by doing this, and it only took a couple hours of hanging out and bullshitting and, you know, laughing about stuff that kind of fell off in our eyes. And, you know, you guys can do this at your house. Don't think you can't. We'll get this thing down and we'll drag her outside. There she goes. Our little girl's all grown up. This hog's 4-wheel drive. I mean, it's basically like a mud vehicle, like a mud racer.
One thing I do love about this is I have full locking diffs front here.
I mean, locking diffs, you know that this thing is all about, it's about comfort, but it's about climbing mountains.
I like to party.
We're gonna try to add some longevity to Hector's ride. Our friend Mike Hill from Hillustrations. Mike does our channel art. And we had stickers made. So we got that kind, this kind. These aren't for sale yet, guys. These are just something we're trying out to make sure. I wanna make sure that if we sell you a sticker, the vinyl's a good quality. I still have to send these to Mike. I did ask him for his address last week and I still haven't sent them to him. Sorry, Mike, I'm sorry. So we'll stick this thing there. Where do you want it?
Right there's good.
What do you think? Send it?
Send it.
Looks tough. Anyway, these things, like I said, they're not available for sale. We are working on doing merch stuff. I'm gonna make sure Mike thinks these are good. And Mike's working up some other stuff for maybe some shirts and some hats. So we'll be bringing those to you probably pretty soon. All right, guys, that's all there is to it. You know, couple buddies working on cars, shooting the shit, you know, having a good time, and a couple hours of your time. Hector saved in the $700 range for us just taking a couple hours out of our day. You guys could absolutely do this stuff at home. I will have a link for that exhaust hanger tool. Hector used it. He can tell you that is,
oh my God,
quite amazing to use for the low cost it is. So I'll put it in the description. If you guys click on anything in our descriptions, all of our Amazon links, it brings you to Amazon through our affiliate account, and we get a tiny little percentage if you guys buy something. You don't have to buy what's in the link. You can buy anything. We also have a buy us a coffee link if you like this content. Please like and subscribe. That helps the channel. And just remember, guys, you watched us do it, and if we can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.